Yep, you can speak now.
All right. So I've got problem with my assertion.
Okay.
When I was
Do you want to share
doing it.
and
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, because we don't have a lot of time today.
Can you see?
Yep.
All right. So here, right here. So it should be assertion equals. But the assertion I have is not the same as what
Yeah.
um
Pick
you
that
said.
one.
Which one? This one.
Yes.
Okay. Even though it's not the same as the one in the video.
I think the assertions are all the same. It depends on what you put inside of it. So there are different things you can put inside your assertions. So any one of the ones that you pick on the list is sort of fine, but only what you put inside is what matters to you.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody else on the call?
Sorry, let me ask this question. You know the assertion, when you were doing it, you opened a different page for assertion. There was a different tab on your screen for assertion.
You mean in IntelliJ?
On IntelliJ, yeah.
Yep.
How did you do that?
So if you share your screen again,
Okay.
and if you click on the assert equals and do a Command B, no, you're not doing it properly. Wait. Can you click on accept? Oh, wait. Can you just cancel it? I don't know if you need to click on accept. Yeah, okay. So I think this was the other one you were talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
So it basically shows you the different types of assertions, the different methods, and the values that they also take in, as well, like the parameters they take in. So if you look at the assert equals towards the top, I think that's where it was, or it is. Assert equals, yeah, if you go to the top, is that the only one we have?
Yes. And that?
Yeah, so there are two, there should be like a lot more, maybe they are just below. So you can see online 22.
22.
Yeah, where you 22. So it takes a string message, and it takes the actual and the expected inside the parentheses.
Okay.
So those are like the parameters that is taken in. Then if you look at line 28,
Yeah.
the parameters that is taken in is only the expected and actual. It's not taking in the string message. So there are just different ways that you can use the assert equals based on what you want to have in your code. So that's
Okay.
different methods for all of them. Yeah.
All right. So, but the one we've chosen is is this one.
Yeah. The one that
Oh,
only takes in the expected and the actual results.
okay.
Yeah.
But in the video, you were talking about string.
Yes. So in the video, did I use
Yeah, you did use the string.
the one that takes in the string?
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a minute, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. So in the video, did I use the one that took in 3 parameters?
Yes, you said it requires 2 arguments, which is expected string and actual string.
Yeah, but you already have it in your code already. So if you go back to your step definition, so the actual is what you have on line 122. So this is required in the double quote is a string already.
Okay.
And the sentence itself is getting stored in a container, and that container is called actual warning message, and that's what you've specified on line 122. On
Okay.
line 121, you're telling Chrome driver to find the element for the sentence and then get the text. So the text is going to be gotten and stored as a string as well in the container, and the container is called expected warning message. And then you then pick up the container names and then what you're going to use within your assert equals. But if you're going to be using the assert equals that takes in 3 parameters, that's going to take in a string message. So the string message is just going to say something meaningful on the screen when the test runs. So assuming the test fails, your string message can, so you probably want your string message to be the sentence is mismatched. So if it fails, that's what is going to come up in your console. Then it's going to tell you why that specific line fails. But if it passes, you're not going to get the string message coming up because your comparison are equals to each other and they pass. So that's where the string as the third parameter comes in this case.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do we have anyone else needing help or assistance or any question at all? I'm guessing nobody was able to watch the workshop training for Thursday, but I know that Oyin took a class last week Friday on page object and hooks. Does anyone need assistance with that one, or do you still need to like sort of try it out yourself, or have you tried it out yourself as well?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. So yes, Oyin Phillips did the Git with us last time, and we asked that for this workshop, we would like the page object for them to go over the page object again, because really sincerely, I've watched the video and because the video was a lot what's it called? It wasn't so clear. The screen wasn't so clear, so I couldn't really see much.
Oh.
Yeah. I personally, I'm not sure if it's my computer that is like that. I'm not sure.
Network, because it was clear for me.
Okay.
So maybe it could be your network connection.
Right.
For me also, it wasn't clear.
Wasn't clear. Oh.
Yeah.
Is anyone else struggling with the video not being clear?
Because I don't have issues with it when you're doing yours. It's so clear. I can see everything you've written. I can see stuff. But with hers, I don't know what our setting is for IntelliJ. It's always so blurry and not so clear what she's written. So I couldn't really get the page object thing generally, really.
Okay, I'll probably let Oyin know, and then we'll probably also maybe redo everything again next week, Tuesday, because I wasn't aware. She was meant to take the class today, but I just came in. I just took her place for like an hour for today because I was not meant to take the class today. So I was not really aware that that was what we're going to look into today.
Okay. I was wondering, could we change the setting of maybe, I think if our setting is being changed to white, then we might be able to see what she's written, because
Oh, okay.
our background is dark, and then I don't know if it's my computer's resolution or something, but when I'm looking at viewing yours, it's quite clear. I can see everything you've written.
Oh, I see. So I know 2 people have said they are currently struggling with the video being clear. Do we have anybody else on the call? Can we just quickly signify, just so I know if it's like a general issue for everyone else as well? Akinola, Tunde, Kayode, Emmanuel, Ade, Ridwan. I don't know if Comfort has spoken, but is the video clear for any one of you guys, please?
Oh, I think it's clear, but the issue is it seems we are lumping everything together, like for the POM. So, like it seems we started from what we are doing previously just to explain certain things. Is it not possible, like instead of building it on what we have before, and like you just mixing code, maybe like before, that maybe it's line 20 is like this, and so when you mix it, everything is just entering into each other. If it is what we can do independently, like a new thing, so like we've known the old one, we understand that, then this is something new. So, but like it seems we always put it inside the old one that we knew, so it will mix it up. Then for some people, they won't be even the one that they thought they understand. That will just bring everything to.
So in a normal working environment, you would usually have your locators in your page object module right from the start. So the reason why we are treating page object module at the end is so that you sort of understand like the basics of everything and how page object module comes in and the importance as well. So I think it's entirely up to you if you are working on your automation project now. I shouldn't expect you to have your locators in your step definition anymore. You should be going straight into your page object right from the very beginning. That is what you should be doing now. So we taking you through the training is just so that you sort of understand, and then if you want to have your locator first in your step definition, then move it later into your page object. That's entirely up to you, but that's only considered as double work. But because it's a training for everyone, everybody's new into the whole topic. That was why we went in that route, and that's how we've always done it. But if you, for instance, sort of create a new project entirely, you have your page object module in it from the start, your step definition, your feature file and everything, the base page as well, and once you've run your test and it's working fine, I can then help you review it to ensure that everything is fine. But having us to like go create a new project entirely again, that's just something we would want you to take an initiative to do, not us telling you to do it. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Do we have anybody else on the call? I actually
Okay.
asked a question. Is anybody else struggling with viewing the video properly?
Like for me, I'm okay with the video. So my question is just like for the one we are working on now, the website, like it ended when you log in. I believe automation will not end there. Let's assume it is a working website. So when we log in, we are able to log in. That means another process should begin, because like we had, okay, that was registration. So we've been able to register, but like for that one, it seems it ended there. But most websites won't end there. So when we finish logging in, then we'll start another process. So like for something like that, is it that will be taught when for those that join the advanced, or that is just the scope of this training? Thank you.
Right. So the website we're using is a test website. I think a couple of people are confusing that website up. That's just a test website that one of the devs created for us to use to test. And we are sort of expecting you to start automating your PBIs based on the training that you've gotten from the test website as well. And this is where you sort of have to speak to your mentors or your buddies, or speak to myself or Oyin to help you review any of the automation codes that you would have written. So if you're dealing with registration on your test environment website, I don't know how it looks like. If you've done the registration, you'd have a separate feature file for that. All your positive and negative scenarios are in there. You then create a separate feature file for your login. Test all the possible scenarios you need to test for the login in: invalid email, invalid password. Then I don't know what the next PBI is. The next PBI trying to like add a child to like a course or something. They need to create a separate PBI, a separate feature file for that one, and test it based on the manual test cases that you've written in your Azure. So you're meant to sort of convert everything into your IntelliJ using Gherkin, like using the proper Gherkin steps, and obviously test them yourself as well. And when you're done testing it, or you've written the test cases, before you run it, you can ask me to, or your mentors, or any of the mentors, to sort of help you look at what you've written. And then we'll obviously ask you questions as well. You run it, or you can obviously run it before you come to us also, so in case you're having any issues or anything like that. So we're not going to use the test environment we're not going to be using the test environment in the training. You're sort of meant to take that initiative to do it by yourself based on what we've taught you using the test environment that we have used. And I don't know what they teach in the advanced class, to be honest. I don't tutor the advanced people.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to ask, with regards to, there's some test cases we wrote when we did the manual one, which are meant to be, the test area. All we needed to do was to view. So does that apply for the automation as well? Can we write automation on just viewing the website and that's it? I don't know if you
Maybe take
understand.
care of verifying that the logo is on the top left corner, or I don't know what else we can use. But if I'm going to use the logo, for instance, you don't need to automate the logo. So this is where you obviously need to like judge when automation needs to be done, and if automation is going to have any it's going to have a lot of effect on the text writing. So when it comes to logo, for instance, you don't need to automate the logo. You can do manual for that one. But any other complex scenarios, those are where automation sort of comes in. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay, so yes, it does partially, but for me to be clear, does that mean if it's something to be viewed, generally, we don't need to write automation on that. We just need to write for something like login, sign up, registration, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So if I can chip in, so like from what we were taught, we can see that when we have to tick a box, to tick maybe like the radio button, or to fill a box, I believe for things like that, we can automate them. So when we have things like that.
Yes. Yeah, so in cases like that, you'd obviously automate, because I'm guessing the test you're probably carrying out is going to be involving some sort of validation, or you need to verify something is present on the page, or something is being displayed, or an action is being performed. So in that case, you have to automate. It would be good if by the next class, somebody has probably tried to automate the registration for one of their test environment and maybe the login as well. And we can obviously review it on the call together, show everyone what you've done. You obviously explain how you've created the project from the scratch, what you did, and basically run the test for us as well. So I don't know if you have a volunteer for that one. So that's going to make the class much more interactive in the next session than just everybody just coming to tell me that, oh, they have issues or anything like that. So that will make the class much more interactive and probably encouraging to other people as well.
Question, Hoyin. Please, is it possible to duplicate a ready set of framework? You know, like for Word or Excel now, you can, okay, let's use like PowerPoint. You can just say, okay, duplicate this. Is it possible to, when you set up a framework and you know this is working good, is it possible to just duplicate it so you can work on it instead of starting from the beginning?
So you mean probably like duplicating the folder itself? Is that what
Like duplicate, you know, like now we have a working framework for like this registration feature that we did for the last one. I'm just asking, I don't know if it's possible. So let's assume I need to start a new project. If it is possible for me to duplicate, so instead of going through all the process from the beginning again, I can just duplicate it, rename the project, then start working on the framework.
I believe that in a normal working setting, that is not allowed because there are a couple of other changes that would have been done based on the project name that you've called your project. So that basically takes effect wherever it's going to be used or anything like that. So in cases like that, people just usually create a new project from scratch. It wouldn't take you time. And it will also like improve your knowledge on what needs to be done and how you're meant to do it as well. So I would sort of not recommend that at all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I asked the question as well, so I'm just sort of waiting for a response from everyone.
Wait, please, can I ask a question?
Can my question first be answered, please?
Okay.
Yes, I just want the volunteer that will be able to sort of share their screen in the next class to show us what they've done.
We've got a volunteer. Ridwan is raising his hand.
Hi, Ridwan. Oh, are you volunteering?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are looking forward to seeing your project next week, Tuesday. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown of what you need to do. You just need to create a new project again. You don't need to download Gherkin or Cucumber anymore. You've done it once. And you basically need to add the POM, the test-ng, feature folder, feature file, step definition folder, the step definition file, the base page, the page object, or if you can't do the page object yet, that's also fine. You can have your locators and your step definition, then try running it as well. And you can give us an update in the QA group chat. Then on Tuesday, if you're able to show us like a demo just to show us what you've done, that's going to be great. So anything you want to automate on your test environment based on one of the PBIs that you currently have on your board, that's fine. So I believe maybe registration may be easier, or maybe logging in may be easier. Anyone you have in mind.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Can you please give me the list again, please?
It's just basically what we've been doing so far.
All right.
It's
All
not
right.
different from what we've done so far. So just the same steps that we've gone through. If you want
Um,
a page object, you can add it, but if you're not confident doing that just yet, you can leave that one out for now.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Hi, Evie.
Um, my question is this, like we've gone through registration. Now, if I want to work on login, do I need to create, I don't need to create a new project. So how do I now include it in the automation framework?
Can you share your screen? You just need to create a new feature file under your feature folder. Then you create the step definition as well. Once you have done, once you are done writing the Gherkin file for that login, that's what you need to do.
Is this I should share my screen?
Yeah, if you want to share your screen, you can share it. But I've already sort of given you the steps as well. But yeah, you can share your screen.
Okay, I'll
Has anyone been able to create another feature file apart from the registration that we created?
hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Is anybody on the call?
Yes, we can hear
I'm
you, Big
here.
Man. We can hear you, V.
Okay. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
So if you're going to be creating a new or adding a new feature, you just need to right click on your features folder. Click on new. And I believe it's file. You need to click on next. Then you rename it as what you want to call the file, login.feature. And so all you need to do is to write your Gherkin steps for your login feature that you want to work on. And obviously you need to create step definitions for them as well, because they would not be in white. I think they'll be in orange for now, pending the time you create your step definition. So that's just what you all need to do. What we've basically done for registration is what you need to do for login.
Okay.
And
Thank you. I'll stop sharing.
anybody else? Any question?
Hi, Oyin. I have a question regarding the page object. What's the verdict for now, please?
Sorry, what do you mean by that?
As in what did you say you're going to go over it again for us?
Yeah, I can probably go by it again next week.
That would be great. We really appreciate that, please.
No problem, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you? Okay, please, like for this one, I will look at page object model, we'll look at the scenario outlines, we'll look at background. Like, is that all, or is just that we were limited to that for now when it comes to automation testing? So we've just look at those. Do we still have other things? Or maybe it's because maybe we may not comprehend them now. That's why we were restricted, because like maybe only said the last time that we've done everything that we need to do for this. Is it that maybe there are still other things to learn, but like we are restricted to the one we've learned so that we can understand what we've been doing? Thank you.
Right. So so the basics is what we've done. Page object. I think the only thing that we probably did not look into, or we'll probably look into if we have the time, is I think it's called weight and switches. Someone else was meant to take that. I think either Oni or Kwame was meant to take that. But right now we've basically looked at like the basics of automation, the page object, the feature file, the step definition. And then I think the other thing we'll probably look into if we get the time is how to use like some of the Java concepts, like if else, like the loops. What else? Because we're already sort of using like the Java concept there as well, like where we have the string expected message is the Java concept. But we may probably want to also consider looking into like loops, if else statements, what else? While loop, basically conditional statement in general. That's probably something we'll probably want to look at, but I don't know if we'll have the time for that. But if we do not have the time for that, there is a old Java playlist I did, I think for the previous cohorts, that you can probably just take a look at. I can share the documentation with you. I know someone did ask me for it and I shared it with the person. So I can share the documentation with everyone and can probably just take a look at the video just to understand what the concept is about, and also try it out yourself from your own end also. But based on what we have said, yes, we've covered like the basics of what you need to do in terms of automation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So we have less than 15 minutes left. So anybody, does anyone have any questions or need any assistance? And I think in terms of like the video for last week, for Tuesday, I'll probably just hope you allow me again just to get that collected from Oyin Phillips. Was he on Git?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't have anything else, we can probably just end the call here today, and I will see you all on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ayin. Bye.
Thank you very much, Oyin. Bye bye.